Long time no see. You might be wondering, what is Wage Slaver doing in Lackaline? Why is he next to He got low to 20? Who adopts? Swing by and say hello. I-S. N-A-I-S.
I give up already. I'm not that motivated to lose my fingers, you know. You can do it for me if you want.
No, but really, I completed Choo Choo Island and unlocked another daily, but thankfully, it reduced the number of dailies I need to do in the previous zone. And I hear that each zone I unlock, I reduce another, like, one quest line item, which is very, very nice. I like it. Besides from doing dailies, I did some duck hunts. This was a very, very cool feature. Gosh, I don't know why this is in the game, honestly, but fuck it, dude. I love it. Going back to doing some dailies. I did some DDR in MapleStory. Again, whatever. I'm not questioning it. Then back to dailies. And then back to dailies. And then back to dailies. Then I went to go get an MVP buff. And I saw this giant bird. And I want it so bad. I don't know how you get it. How do you get this? Is this a mount? Can you fly around? I want it real bad. And I don't know why I lick my lips. You know that meme? What's it where they lick it? It's like, it will be mine.
She will be mine.
Also help some guy with therapy before embarking on a journey to defeat one of MapleStory's hardest bosses or quests. I'm just doing the quest, and it's fucking ridiculous. Thought about just saying I completed the Lotus pre-quest and that was it. I'm done it. But no, you know what? They didn't let me skip the Lotus pre-quest. They let me skip the Damien pre-quest, but they didn't let me skip the Lotus one. So I'm not gonna skip it. I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna go through what I liked, what I didn't like, and why. I just don't understand the consistency. Like, why make me do one thing and then not make me do the other one? It made me climb up a giant electric wire that shocks you. If you touch a certain part, it knocks you down. Okay, is that a brand new mechanic? I guess. I get chased by a paper shredder. Kind of a brand new mechanic, but nothing that, you know, would make me want to play it. And I have to punch, I guess, objects back into shape or just back in formation multiple times. Enough times where I got a little bit tired of it. And I was kind of questioning what the fuck I'm doing playing this fucking game at this point. Have one mechanic and they make you repeat it over and over again. Also, Cygnus is kind of bad, no? Anyways, there's a part of the game where you get to slap soldiers, like you get to bitch slap them, and honestly, I thought that was pretty funny. I'll let the sound play out. But again, they do that shit again where they make you do it enough times that it gets too repetitive and it's just frustrating to, you know, I enter into a room and there's like 10 soldiers, 3 soldiers that need to be slapped awake. Again, like I already played this mechanic, man. Fuck sakes. Been spoiled, you know. Maybe I've been spoiled. Anyone see the new Spider-Man movie? It was pretty good, pretty damn good, no? But maybe I've been spoiled by just creative content lately. Like, I thought, honestly, I swear to God, I thought I had the choice. You know those like Walking Dead or Telltale games or whatever? They let you decide and like it's like choose your fate. I really believe that I could let this boy die here, and I would have done it 100%. Knowing how the story ends, I still would have done it. You know, just give me the choice. Why not? I mean, that's kind of whatever. I can't really complain about that. But what I can complain about is this story interpretation, okay? So I go in the sky, whatever. This is pretty fun to play. Like, it's like a bullet hell. This came out of nowhere. I liked it. But my boys, right? These 3 that are riding with me, they die. They apparently die. And I was like, no way, you know, MapleStory, they're leveling up their game. They're letting people die in their stories. And that's good, you know, that. But nope, some Deus Ex Machina shit comes back and they come back to life to save the day. So that just, you know, I was really interested, honestly. This point really hooked me. And then it just fucking crumbled apart because in the back of my mind, I was thinking, you know, would Nexon really let these people come back to life? And the answer is yes, they would. Kind of a hot take here, but I actually did somewhat enjoy the jump quest just because it kind of brought back some memories of like doing jump quest back in MapleStory. It doesn't seem as prevalent because I know how frustrating it can be, but they had a very nice mechanic actually in this jump quest part. And honestly, if they didn't have it, I would have definitely smashed my fucking keyboard. Okay, this was not fair. I glitched here. Look, I phased through it, okay? But they let me skip it. Thank God, because I would have been so mad here. I had the right to be mad here, no? But again, very good. Thank you, MapleStory, for adding that. I want to know if there is another long-ass quest in MapleStory. Is this the longest quest? Someone tell me. Someone tell me it is, please. Honestly, I feel like this is a big milestone for the account just because it took, like, I'm sure some of you who have been playing MapleStory like continuously throughout the patches, there's probably been worse quests, but I think this is absolutely the worst quest I've ever done just because it could have been so much better. And I don't know, it's just so repetitive. Fucking hell. In total, it probably took, I want to say, like 5 or 6 hours. And I tried at the beginning of this quest, I saw that like it let me skip it, and I thought maybe if I fail enough times it'll let me skip certain parts, and that shit didn't work. Also, the guide for the, what is it, the power supply, the filtering, those guides are outdated. I think it's randomized now, so you can't easily skip through. You actually have to understand and figure out the quest, and honestly I'm kind of dumb, so I couldn't figure it out. But you can see me alting in frustration. But I want to know, do you have a favorite part in this quest? Because honestly, I enjoyed parts of it. Parts of it were good, as long as it was more condensed and they didn't make you replay the same mechanic over and over again. That would have made it a really good quest, in my opinion. Other than that, this quest is trash. I'm glad it's done. I'm glad I never have to do it again. I heard before that you do it on new accounts. I don't know how many days this quest took me, but I think it took around, I want to say, 4 to 5 days of total. Just because I don't know why it took so long. Because I had to do dailies too, and then I don't know. It's kind of cool. I got to fight Lotus at the end, like a mock fight where she is super nervous. Pretty sure it's he. Again, whatever. But that was pretty fun. And just to top it off, the perfect ending to the quest is an unskippable credit scene. Thank you, Nexon. It was amazing. And for the fun part, finally, I get to move on to the next zone, Yum Yum Island, I want to say. It's pretty cool. It's basically a land of MapleStory creatures merged into Choo Choo Island monsters to make whatever, Chimera, you know, like in Full Metal Alchemist with the dog. So far, every quest in, what is it, Arcane River, like, has been honestly kind of a banger. It's been good. It's been much better than the lowest pre-quest. I can say that for sure. Like look at this. They're merging mobs or bosses into different creatures. I had to find, is it Pierre? I want to say it's Pierre. Pierre's a long lost lover clone. I'm not sure. Cleared Yum Yum Island by just spanking tanking a boss through 2 phases. It took a while. I don't know. My damage is kind of lacking, but I was able to finally clear Yum Yum Island, and I like the zone. The zone was pretty fun. Music's ominous. Nice introduction to the next zone. I honestly especially love Puptail, wrapping up more dailies, and this is like 2 weeks of progress. I'm just playing dailies, trying to get the lowest pre-quest done, and hit absolute pro gamer moment, hitting back-to-back perfects, finally leveling up to 20, getting a new Absolab Claw that super boost my damage. 220, unlocked a new zone. That brings me here with my boy Jiggly Glizzy. I actually don't know him. I just love this guy's name, so I decided to set up here. I can finally delete my footage of Lotus pre-quest and never think about it again. Thank God. That's my work progress for 2 weeks. That's all. Alright, peace. This quest destroyed my mental health, honestly.